You've learned what they are in the best of times and the honeymoon stage, but do you really know how they are after the marriage or the partnership or the paperwork or whatever is put together? My name is Loren Weisman. I'm a brand communications and optics strategist. And I'm asking you to consider, okay, it's exciting that you've got a new partnership and you have this new connection and you're potentially going to sign some deal. Maybe you're going to create a business with this person and everything seems so great. But all you've had is that honeymoon, the high. How do they operate when things are a little lower? How do these people operate if they're exhausted, if they don't eat enough, if they run into conflict, friction, problems? How do they handle themselves when they're hungover? How do they handle themselves if they had a fight with a girlfriend or a husband or a wife? Look a little bit deeper in the way of taking a little bit more time. Avoiding conflict in the end can end up biting you in the rear side because you don't know how these people can resolve conflict or where their problem-solving skills are. Somebody goes, "Oh, I just love to problem solve. Oh, I don't want to argue. It's lovey-dovey." Many people have presented that, and it's words and it's BS. And then when it comes to a time that's really crucial, you find out the true problems of the person that might not be that problem solver, to the person that doesn't hold it together, to the person now, unfortunately, you're tied to contractually, or they have rights, percentages, royalties, whatever. So my ask for you to consider is take time in those new business partnerships, even in personal relationships. Now, I screwed up in that myself. I saw sort of the honeymoon phase and somebody that wanted to present as what they wanted to be seen, only to find out a lot later that was a presentation and not truth. When you're tying in with someone, when you're connecting, when you're in business with someone, it is crucial. This is not a claim. It is crucial to be able to be on the same page in the good times and also in the bad times. How they're able to control their temper, how they're able to control their feelings, how they're able to take things where if you have to go in and you see a problem, and this is, it's how we communicate both sides, to be able to say, "I feel like this is happening. This seems like this. I have a problem here." The moment you bring up conflict, are they going to throw it right back at you? Are they going to go defensive? Are they going to bounce it and just now start attacking you? Are they going to bring up things that happened months earlier because that's their defense mechanism? Or are they going to go into complete denial, hide it, or blame other people? These are the type of traits inside of communications, inside of the optic, and in a sense, inside of the narrative of a true person to find out before you're too far down the line, to begin to work, to begin almost looking for conflict. When I was in music, I used to joke, I said, I loved getting into the arguments with some of the bands when I was drumming or when I was producing, if it was more so producing, if it was a longer project. I wanted to get that argument to see what's the action, what's the interaction, what's the effort to resolve, what's the effort of going, okay, is this person just shut down when they feel that they're being attacked when just a criticism is coming up? And now are we going to lose 3 days? Or are they going to take it to heart, communicate, walk back to resolve together, to realize that it's not about winning an argument, but it's about resolving an argument? That's a lot healthier. So I loved when those things happen. I remember being in a couple arguments in Los Angeles saying, at the end of it, I love this. And I feel that much more attached to this project. And I think that we can go that much further because what we went through and how it ended up being healthy and how it ended up with resolve is the kind of thing I want to work on. Because you watch people, whether it's music, entertainment, business, or anywhere else, and they just shut down, it can cost you greatly. Emotional distress, financial distress, business distress, realizing a couple months in, wow, I signed on or signed them on at the wrong time can be too late. Oh, I didn't know them. So in the end, and kind of in closing, I know I've ranted on a little longer, look to some of that conflict, not trying to start it up, but if it's all rosy and happy and flowers, you may not know the person that you're, in a sense, getting in bed with. And that inside of conflict, or watching them and seeing how they have conflict or how they react or how they interact to others. I always made the joke of going, I want to see how certain people want to see how you tip at a restaurant. I want to see how you treat wait staff. I want to see how you drive. Those were like 3 key pointers for me. But then at the same time, learning that, it protects you. It can create a preventative maintenance for problems down the line, to learn how someone is operating in the best times and how someone is operating in the worst times. And by knowing that, you can make the most intelligent decision for yourself of whether to tie in with this person, connect, lock it in, or whether this is a person to keep at bay, or whether this is a person to just make go away.